Gab, he's Jules. It's a delightful, slightly overcast Monday morning here in West London. Jules, we have mega show here.
Yeah.
We have mega quick hits coming up. We're going to have a discussion about United with Mark Ogden and the newcomers coming in. We got Cristiano Ronaldo's perfect hat trick. We got Karim Benzema's injury time winner. We've got Robert Lewandowski hitting the woodwork 4 times.
Yes.
Unbelievable. So much stuff to get into. But let's start with the North London derby. And let's start, actually, with what happened before kickoff. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang left out for disciplinary reasons.
Yeah.
Arteta wouldn't say what they were, but funnily enough, it got into the media. Nobody disputes it. So when that happens, normally the club tells people on background what it is, which is that he might have been late to a meeting, perhaps even more than one meeting.
Yeah.
Is this as big a call as we make it out to be, right? Because, like, it's basic alpha male stuff. When you go out there and you want to show your dominance over a group, you go to the biggest, baddest, most powerful dude. When he misbehaves and you say, oh, if he's got the, if he lays down the law with him, then he'll lay down the law with everybody. Is this what Arteta did?
The rules is for everyone. It's not just one rule for Aubameyang and other rules for the other players. And I think if you're players in that dressing room and you see your captain, especially arriving late, a team meeting, even especially before a big game like this, I think you would expect, or you should expect, a sanction. And I think that's what happened. He was supposed to start. He thought he was starting, and that was the plan. But because of that, he got on the bench. There's a case of making, drop him completely then. Don't leave him on the bench, which you can hear. But I thought it was good. The issue I have is that if it happened already before,
why not do it before?
Voila. Yeah, exactly.
I think there's several moving parts to this.
Yeah.
I think it's also could be said, it's easier to drop him now when he's not the dominant player that he was. Because you say, everybody's treated the same. We know Diego Maradona didn't get treated the same. We know Lionel Messi doesn't get treated the same.
But
if Aubameyang was the Aubameyang of last season, and he was hot, and Arsenal were in the midst of competing for something important rather than being 10th in the table, maybe you would have gone down a different route. I mean, I think what's critical is fair. The manager always does what's best for the team, right?
You would think so.
Moving on to what happened on the pitch, this was one-sided dominance.
Completely.
I mean,
I've rarely seen a North London derby so one-sided. There's been a few, and Spurs have
for
been
75 minutes, 80 minutes or so.
It was just one team on the pitch. It was incredible. And where I'm disappointed in Jose Mourinho, it's not the setup, because this is your best team. You play your best team in one of the biggest games of the season, no problem. It's the lack of reaction. From the first minute, you could tell that Spurs were not in it at all. So you've got Gareth Bale against Kieran Tierney, who is one of the most attacking left-back in the country right now, one of the best left-backs in the Premier League right now, Kieran Tierney. And do you really expect Gareth Bale to just follow him everywhere? Because that's what you should be doing.
I have slightly less of an issue with that, in the sense that if you're going to set up more attacking, right? Because Bale was on a great run. You want to exploit that.
This is the team to play for sure.
If you set up more attacking so that Tierney plays on his back foot, then it's okay to have Bale out there not tracking him, because Tierney's going to be defending more. But when you don't do that and you still expect Bale to track back, that's when you run into issues. Now, Mourinho, to be fair to Mourinho, he came out and he said after the game, look, we were terrible in the first half. In the second half, the referee was terrible. And so he was obviously referring to the contentious incidents, not so much Coco Lamella's sending off, but the penalty.
He also said that some players were hiding. So again, it's not his fault. It's never his fault. It's not about his game plan. It's not about his tactics. It's not about
the
not
players
seeing
he picked
all
were
the
hiding.
runs.
Okay. Just checking on that.
Which is always what he
does he
does.
have a point on the penalty?
Yeah, 100%.
You don't think that was a penalty?
I think it's a really, really, really harsh penalty. There is definitely contact after Lacazette misses his volley or just like hardly touches the ball. But it's similar to Langley or Icardi. It's those that there's contact in the box and now you give them. Pretty much every time there's a contact in the box, you give it. Regardless of where the ball is, regardless of what you've done before, if you could score or if you can't score. This is what happened now.
What struck me was, the whole noisy, I hate VAR brigade, right?
Yeah.
This was a call the referee made on the pitch, right?
Yeah.
And yet they want VAR to intervene and overrule him.
Yeah.
which totally runs counter to the whole purpose, right? You can't have it both ways if you're the VAR brigade.
It says
right?
in the word, it's to assist you. So
it's to assist you. If he says, I saw it clearly, I don't need to take a look at it.
Yeah.
Then that's fine. I don't really have an issue with that. I want referees to be able to officiate. I like VAR. I'm pro VAR. I have no compunction about saying it. I think there's serious issues in the Premier League, but I think that has to do with the people and how it's implemented and the reaction of some media. And it's obviously not perfect. But regardless of this didn't swing the game, because apart from that moment of genius from Eric Lamela, which he's done before, I'd love for him to do it again. But hey.
Not like this, not in a game like this. Gab, this is someone who was on the bench, who just who hardly touched the ball before. And this moment of genius, for me, it's goal of the season. And I had the argument with one of my sons this morning. He said, like, really, do you think it's goal of the season? Yeah. One, because you never see them scored. Overhead kicks are amazing, but now and again you see one.
You do if you watch Lamela play.
But no, do you see what I mean? To make it as a nutmeg as well on Party, and just the creativity, the awareness, the genius, is fantastic.
And obviously at the end, Harry Kane had a chance to snatch it, but no question, Arsenal fully deserved the better team.
They deserved. They played so well. They had a proper game plan. Yeah. And again, I think he's disappointing from Spurs.